Hi kids, today I am going to explain about the concept break, continue and go to in C. So let's go into the topic. The repetition of a loop is controlled by the loop condition. C provides another way to control the loop by using jump statements. There are 4 jump statements in C. They are break, continue, return and go to. I am going to explain you the 3 concepts only now: break, continue and go to. So what is break? So what is break means C is a language which executes the statements within it sequentially, one after other. Even if it has conditional statements or loop statements, the flow of the program is from top to bottom. In some cases, we have to deviate from normal sequential flow of the code and have to jump to execute next set of statements. Okay, this can be done by using break, continue and go to statements. So break is a statement used to discontinue the normal execution of the code without any condition, and it will jumps out from the current executing loop. Okay, so break is used to discontinue the normal execution of the code and it will jumps out from the current executing loop. We have conditions to check if we have to break or not, but those conditions are not part of break statement. Instead, we may have if statement for the same. By using the if, you have to making some decision. According to the decision, you have to use the break statements in C programs. So this is the pictorial representation of break. Here this is a loop. This is the for loop. Within the for loop there is a condition, and the condition, if the condition is true, the break statement will execute. If the break statement encountered, it will exit from the loop, exit from the current loop and go to the next statement to the loop, for loop. Okay, so this is shown in this picture. So this is the working principle of break 2. So in C we have 3 types of loop: while, do and for. This is the pictorial representation. This is the example for how the break statement used in these 3 for loops. For example, in the first one, this is the while loop. In this while loop, the if condition is checked. If the condition is true, it break the loop and go to the next statement of the loop. Next statement of the loop. Okay, like this here, this is the do loop. Here the if condition is used to check the condition whether it is true or false. If the condition is true, the break statement is executed. What is the use of break? It will terminate the loop and go to the next statement of the loop. Okay, like that in for also. Inside the for loop, if condition is used. If the condition is true, the break statement is executed. The break will exit the loop and go to the next statement of the loop. So the second one is the continue. This is different from break. The continue statement is used inside loops. When a continue statement is encountered inside a loop, control jumps to the beginning of the loop for the next iteration, skipping the execution of the statements inside the body of the loop for the current iteration. Okay, this continue could not stop or exit the loop. It will go to the next iteration. So this is called the continue in C. The syntax of the continue is the key continue is the keyword ended with semicolon. So this is also the example of continue in loops. Here the first one is the while loop. Inside the while loop, if condition is tested, if the condition is true, it will skip the particular statement and go back to the while loop again for the next iteration. Like that here also, this is the do loop. This is the if condition. If the condition is true, it skip that iteration and go back to the next iteration. Like that into for loop also. So this is the continue statement, how it is works like that. This is the picture in for. The if condition is tested. If it is true, it skips the current statement and go to the next iteration. So this is the example program for the continue. Here the value of 0 is assigned to the variable I. This is the while loop. First, the value of 0 is replaced in the I. 0 less than 6, the condition is true, so it's entered into the while loop. Here the increment take place I plus plus, that means I equal to I plus 1. Now the value of I is incremented to 1. Here there is if condition. In the if condition, the value of I is 1 now if 1 equal to 2. Here the condition is false, so it does not go to continue. It will go to the next statement, printf loop iteration %di, the value of I is 1. So in the output, loop iteration 1 is printed and it go to the while loop again. Now the while loop value is I is 1 less than 6, the condition is true, it go inside the loop. Here I plus plus means already I has the value 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. Here now the value of I is 2. In this if condition, 2 is equal to 2. Yes, the condition is true, so it execute the continue section. So continue means it skip the second iteration and go to the third loop. So here this printf statement couldn't execute, it go to the next loop. Now the value of the I is 2 less than 6, the condition is true, and then it entered into the while loop I plus plus. Now the value is 3. Like that the loop executed. Here you can see in this picture the first iteration is executed, second iteration is not present here because that is the true part, so it execute the continue statement and go to the next iteration. So this is the use of continue in C. This is the difference between the break and continue. When the break is executed, the statement following the break or skip and cause the loop to be terminated. But in continue, the loop is not terminated. It go back to the next iteration. The current iteration only skipped here. So here in this example you can see for I equal to 1, I less than or equal to 5. 1 is less than or equal to 5. The condition is true. It's entered into the loop. Here there is a condition if I mod 2 equal to 0. Now the value of I is 1 mod 2 is not equal to 0, so it print the value of I here. The value of I is 1, it printed. Next the increment is happened. I plus plus means the value of I is equal to 2 now. 2 less than or equal to 5, the condition is true, so again enter into the for loop. Now the value of I is 2. 2 mod 2 is equal to 0. Yes, the remainder is equal to 0, so this condition is true, so the break statement is executed. Now the loop was ended and terminated, and the next iteration is not worked here, so the only one time the loop is executed, so the only one printout is present here. But here the same program, but continue is used here. So the same concept here. The first iteration, the value of I is 1, I less than or equal to 5. 1 less than or equal to 5, the condition is true, so it's entered into the for loop. Here the value of I is 1 mod 2 is not equal to 0, so it's print the value of I. 1 is printed here. So the second loop is continued. 2 less than or equal to 5. Again the condition is true, so it's entered into the for loop. Here the value of I is 2. 2 mod 2. The remainder of this mod is 0, so 0 equal to 0. The condition is true, so the continue statement is executed. So the continue statement, after the continue statement is read by the compiler, it skips that iteration and go back to the next iteration. So here in the output you can see that the odd numbers are not present, only the even numbers of the values are present. So this is the difference between the break and the continue. The break is permanently terminate the loop, continue, terminate current loop, current iteration and go back to the next iteration. So the next one is the Goto statement in C. A Goto statement is used to transfer the control unconditionally from one place to another place in the program. A Goto statement can cause program control almost anywhere in the program unconditionally. The Goto statement requires a label to identify the place to move the execution. A label is a valid variable name and must be ended with the colon, not semicolon, colon. Here this is the example. This is the forward Goto, this is the backward Goto loop. Here this is the Goto is the keyword, this is the label, this is the user defined. The user can define any valid variable name. This is the place where the execution will go to, this is ended with the semicolon. So this is the pictorial representation of the Goto. Here Goto, this is the label. After this Goto statement is executed, these parts are skipped. The control is directly go to the label where it is placed and execute these statements. Okay. So this is the forward jump, this is the backward jump. From top to bottom the control is transferred. This is called the forward jump. The control is transferred from bottom to top. It is called the backward jump. So this is the example program for Goto. Here this is a simple program only. Here this is a prompt, just a print to message hello world, and then here this is the Goto keyword. When the compiler read the Goto, it go to the label. So it directly go to the label. Here the statement printf hope you are fine is printed and the program is halt now. Okay, so these are all the process of break, continue and Goto. Thank you guys.